Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. And we're actually well past the 30,000 mark. Oh, here comes the lag. There you go. And I thought you might want to see this. I'm in spectator mode, obviously, and this is looking almost cartoonish. Don't you think? It just feels completely unreal to me. It just kind of disappears off into the distance like that. And I don't know. I think it's hilarious looking. I just can't get over it, honestly. But yes, we are at, let's see. We're 33.4 kilometers above the bottom of the tower. And not a whole lot's happened, honestly. The only thing that's been happening is occasionally I've got to recompile Tim, and I'm constantly having to deal with iron. This building project chews through iron like nothing else. I've just about used up the iron facilities down on the lake without having to build a whole new mining operation down there. And I thought, we're standing right here, only a few kilometers away from an asteroid. One of those magic asteroids that floats in inside of a gravitational field. Granted it's 0.09 G's here. But that's okay. So I'm thinking I could build pretty quickly a ship to fly over there with a beam drill and mine out a whole bunch of iron. I actually was already over there, and there is a ton of iron in that asteroid right there. I think it actually might be faster to do that than to try and set up a mining operation down on the lake. The other thing I wanted to look at is Equinox wrote a really complicated script here. Let's take a quick look at it. It's this script right here. And like I said, very complicated, Okay, so not complicated at all. It's 2 lines long. But if you run this, it gives the block coordinate of the programmable block that you're running it on. Cool, huh? Which means that if we really quickly remove this and go stick it on the tower, there we go. That'll work. We'll be able to see what kind of coordinate we're at right now on this block. Let's see, we'll do edit. And I actually have my own copy of it. Echo my position. Check code. Surprise, surprise, it compiled just fine. Run. There you go. So the Y coordinate is at 5,197. And I think the limit's at 10,000. I don't know. We'll see. If it is, we've got problems coming up. So I'm going to go back down to Midway Station really quick. This is, well, I say really quick, but it's actually quite a flight to get down there. Okay, this is kind of bizarre. Midway Station looks like it's just a kilometer above the ground from this distance, but as we get closer and closer, that lower part keeps stretching. The perspective on this tower is really odd. All right, here we are. And the bit that we're standing on right here was only, like 30 blocks below the point where we couldn't build anymore. So if my reasoning was accurate, then placing this guy right here should show a number that's just like 30 blocks short of too big. Hang on, let's see. Echo my position. Okay, remember an exit, and let's hit run. And, well, okay, maybe a little more. So, yeah, that's 8,165 I'm not sure what the actual limit is. Somebody's bound to tell me. Actually, I think Equinox did tell me. And now I can't remember, but that's okay. I'll put it on the top of the screen. There you go. That's the biggest possible number that you can have for a coordinate, and that's why we had to start over again. And it seems to have worked great. So my thought is I'm going to need to be able to dock this back here, and the very first thing I'm going to want for that is a connector. So let's stick a connector right there. And then for now, I'm just going to go ahead and build this off of... What? Really? Well, okay, do it this way. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and build this on the same grid, and then I'll cut off those two pieces. That just simplifies a lot. So my plan is to do one trip. I'm going to bring over... Oops, I missed. There we go. I'm going to bring over several million... There we go. Several million ore all in one shot. So 2 large cargo containers. And I'm going to put a lot of thrust on this thing just to make absolutely sure that I can start and stop very quickly. So we'll go ahead and put on, thinking something like that. And a large hydrogen thruster, which apparently I need parts for. Come on. There we go. There we go. So that should give me really good stopping and starting forces. And then I can use little guys here on the outside for adjusting rotation, or adjusting, yeah, you get the idea. Something along these lines. I'm going to need to make sure that I have plenty of hydrogen and that I can produce hydrogen as well. There we go. We'll put one hydrogen tank on there, and then I'm just going to make sure that there's lots of oxygen generators. And then, of course, we're going to need a beam drill. That should be good. And let's throw a cockpit right here. And I think, yeah, there's a large connector on the bottom, so I should be able to get all my oxygen and whatnot through there. And then, of course, we're going to need quite a few gyros to get this thing rotating. So let's throw on a few of those. Let's do, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything? I think I'm good. So that should be able to run over and pick up a lot of iron without any problems. Oh, we'll need some power. I didn't even think about that, but the beam drill does not run off hydrogen, so we're going to definitely need some pretty beefy generators. Let's do a couple of large reactors. That. Like that. 2 large reactors. I'm going to keep the distance on that fairly low, so 2 should be plenty. There we go. That should be good. Let me just get this welded up real quick, and I'll be right back. Well, this is kind of unbelievable. Apparently, Igor is still able to reach 33 kilometers above the ground. It took forever for the nanites to get here. But, yeah, he's still helping. That's nuts. All right, so it looks like I have everything except for some reactor components, and I don't have the iron to make them. But I think I'm going to be okay with just one for now, and then later on I'll worry about getting the parts for that if it becomes a problem. I don't think it's going to be a problem, though. So let's get this thing disconnected. There we go. And let's head over and get ourselves some iron. I'm kind of hoping that we've got plenty of thrust on this thing, and yeah, as expected, no problems whatsoever. Oh, it says I have 6 hydrogen. Am I generating more hydrogen than I'm using? I must be. Ooh, maybe not. Oh. Okay, so I am generating more than I'm using, but until I start to accelerate, and then it becomes a problem. So it should normally be good. Yeah, I didn't put an ore detector on this thing. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's see. Let's make sure this beam drill is not collecting stone. And I don't know if the range is working right now, but I'm going to set it very low anyway. There we go. All right. How are we doing on iron? I just picked up 2.7 million in that one, and oh, okay, just 2.7 million iron. That should be good for now. I'll go back and dock this guy in. Let it process that, and then we should have enough to get that other reactor online. There we go. Lock in. So in theory, it should have pulled all of the iron out and be processing it down below. Let's get an ore detector on here too. It might be handy. We'll throw a headlight on this thing too. That'll make it easier to target where the beam is going to hit. All right. Well, that finished up the reactor. I'm going to head back and get some more iron. I just realized the other thing I want to do is turn off the forward thrusters. Or I would like to be able to anyway. So let's grab groups, call that brakes, toggle on off. So with those turned off, then I can kind of get the same effect as dampeners without actually having to turn off my dampeners, because the dampeners are also keeping me from falling into the planet. So you can see if I turn those on, or if I turn the brakes on, I'll start slowing down. But if I turn off my dampeners, I'll actually start falling toward the planet. Slowly, but enough to be a problem. Let's see what other... we got nickel, iron. It can't be everything. What about the ice? I mean, I can see the ice. Oh, magnesium, it looks like. Okay. I'm not really interested in magnesium. All right, let's see how much we got. 4 million plus some nickel. That's a good start. Wow, I haven't even started on that second large cargo container. I've already got 9 million iron. All right, time to head back. This thing does not exactly accelerate quickly. Not when it's got this much mass in it. This is why I never aim directly at the thing that I'm trying to go to. I'm not sure what hanging 10 plus million iron off the side of the elevator constructor is going to do. So we're going to do a quick save. Quick save is Shift F5. Quick load is F5. We are moving much slower with that ship attached, so surprise, surprise. Oh, especially when it's trying to slow everything down. let's go ahead and turn off the dampeners. See if that makes a difference. There we go. Okay, this system is not used to having a gigantic ship attached to it, so we're going to detach that. We're just going to bring this right up to the top of the projection. All right. Now, we're going to stick a landing gear on this. Let's do that for now. We might have to move this later, but that's okay. Okay, we're almost there. All right, so now we can disconnect. Oh, this thing moves so much better when it doesn't have 12 million iron in it. And then we'll just attach right to the tower. There we go. And we don't have to worry about it running out of fuel or anything, because it'll just hang out right there. Beauty. 14 million iron ore. That should keep us going for a while, I think. I sure hope. Now it's time to just go ahead and close the door. Take off my helmet and relax for a little while. We've got at least 7 kilometers to go. Well, looks like we're in the same spot again. So let's take a look. I'm kind of curious about this. Let's turn off the welders so we don't die. I have a theory as to what this is going to say. And my theory is correct. 8,192. Okay, well, that means we are at the top of where we can build, and we are either going to need to stop here at 0.05 G, which just seems too close to our goal to stop. Like, I don't want to stop here. This is just too close. Yeah, okay. And I mean, we're looking at, oh yeah, I broke my little LCD over there. It's not a big deal. We are currently at 40.9 kilometers above the ground. That's pretty cool, but we need to go further. Because we have to get, I want to get completely out of gravity. So that means we need to make another midway station. I think this one's going to be called Almost There Station. So I'm going to basically use the exact same process I did before. Oh, okay, there we are. So we are now at this. I've called this Almost Station because we're almost there. And it's just like Midway Station with a couple of minor changes. I think it's pretty similar, but it is definitely a nice stable connection, and we're all good to go. I had some minor issues when I came back. I lost my landing gear here. Oh, apparently I put a corner blast door block there. Oh well, doesn't matter. I also, since my landing gear little safety system stopped working, I don't know why, I went ahead and just removed that. And I've got a broken screen, and well, it's okay. We're, like I said, we're almost there anyway. Let's just get going. So I think the welders are not on. Let's get those turned on. And, oh, also, I almost forgot. In the midst of trying to get things working, I turned off my couple of things. I think we're good. So let's do this thing. Sweet. Well, I hate to say it, but it's now an hour past the time that I normally upload these videos, at least for me. So I try not to be too far behind schedule, and well, I'm way behind schedule at this point. Between editing, uploading, etc., I'm going to be several hours behind, and people are going to be waiting and wondering what's going on and that kind of thing. For you watching this in the distant future, you don't really care, but there are people that actually wait for that moment when my episodes come out, which is really weird to me, by the way. I mean, like, it's really nice to know that people like my videos that much that they wait until that moment. And but anyway, so we're gonna have to leave the episode here. It's a fairly short one, I understand, and I'm sorry for that, but it's been a lot for me, between letting my computer run for hours on end to actually build up this high, because we're now at past 41 kilometers, to having to make a new midway station, an almost station. There's just been a lot of behind the scenes work. So next episode, we are going to hit that magic moment of 0G, and I am super excited about that. It's also going to be the season finale, because I have some amazingly cool ideas for next season and the base that we build at the top of this tower. I'm excited. You have no idea how excited I am to start working on that base. So come back next episode for the season finale, and then of course for for episode 1 of season 3, because that's going to be awesome, right? It always is. It's fun. That's all I'm saying. Also, make sure to check out my other series on Interstellar Rift, and hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.